down, Griz. I appreciate that.
Oh,
Hello,
great.
everyone.
Hi. I just
Hello.
pulled a Tropa card, and it's the Dark Lord, which is the worst card to get
Ominous?
in Strahd. Yeah, it literally means you have to fight Strahd alone in like his throne room.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yes. Also, did you know that we got the word sapphic and lesbian from an ancient Greek poet named Sappho of Lesbos, whose poetry was exclusively about how she loved women?
Yes, I knew that.
Well,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
I'm liking
Because-
Dyto's new look. This is my first time like looking at the cameras.
Yeah, that looks very pretty today. We all know
I
that.
decided to do something crazy for my birthday, so blue
Oh
hair it
yeah,
is.
it's your birthday.
Happy
Or is it
birthday.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
I don't remember what day your birthday
Thursday.
is.
I
Well,
mean, yeah, Thursday.
Happy fucking birthday.
You see, I'm half tempted this week to get my hair cut again and then actually dye my hair because fuck it, why not?
Go.
Oh yeah,
Tempted
and
to.
YOLO.
Esprit's coming in live from outer space, so
Yeah,
we got that going on. Pretty
yeah,
dope.
it's cool. He's currently orbiting the moons of Jupiter.
Sorry,
Frankly,
Equa,
we're
I-
concerned.
Close
We don't
enough,
look
I
you can just
hijacked.
see the eye right there. Anyway,
I hijacked
hi
your
everyone. Welcome to tonight's session of
Our show.
Emoris. Before we begin tonight, as always, we've got a couple of quick announcements. I have one additional one today. But we're going to start off with the usuals, which is follow us on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube, and join the Discord. All that happy, fun stuff. My next one is, thanks to Dyto's gracious generosity, we do now have access to Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. And we will be incorporating some of those rules into the campaign, so some things might change a little bit. Start off with everyone gets their expanded spell lists, as we have a party full of spellcasters, and that's fun. Most of the additional stuff will stick as well, but we are not doing optional rules and feats, just because we're already level 6, and I don't want everyone to, get random new stuff like in the middle of a level. And also because you guys are already super fucking strong anyway, and I don't want you to kill me more. So that's that. And the last one is that with the inclusion of Tasha's, the revived rogue, which was a UA archetype that eventually became the Phantom, is now no more because the Phantom is official content. It's not in playtest material anymore. It's stuck. So with that, Esprit is now going to shift Elakian from Revive to Phantom, and we're going to see how that works. So there will be slight changes in his gameplay, but it shouldn't affect too much else. That's it. That's all I got.
I've already given, because of switching from Revived to Phantom, I've already given Equa the caveat that he can't kill me by drowning or suffocation, because with Revived, I didn't have to breathe to survive.
Now you do?
Wouldn't that be ironic?
Yes, now I have to breathe.
Damn.
Now we all know how
Well,
to kill you.
I
Cool,
have
Mark,
a minor announcement, just a reminder, more of Theros is on break until the new year due to 2 of the players' increased work schedule. They work in mailing, so over the holiday season it gets really busy. So that won't be picking up until the new year. Obviously, Fandelver ended last week, so no Fandelver. We are working on a season 2 that'll come out sometime in the new year as well. So just, if you're waiting for that stuff, it's not there. Go to YouTube, check it out on the playlist, and catch up or rewatch if you miss it.
Hashtag save Jeb.
Hashtag save
Good.
Right.
Actually,
Good.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
Whoa, dude.
Wow.
That's a great little
We know
guy.
who Izzy's new crush is, guys.
Jeb?
They would get along like a house on fire.
Yeah.
They would set the house on
They
fire
would set the house on fire,
multiple times.
and then they'd have fun in the
And
house.
then they'd eat the house.
Isabel doesn't like fire. She's just possessed by a fire demon thing.
Exactly.
Like,
So
Chaos
it
and Jeb would
fits.
have fun. Isabel would be like, I don't know.
It fits. It's fine.
Well, unless anyone has anything else to say.
I do have 2 things. First thing, as usual, stay inside if you can. Wash your hands and wear a mask. Second, my very first game of my new campaign is on Party Wipe. was yesterday. So at Sundays, come watch me play a awkward Swedish girl in her teens. It's very strange.
Well, go subscribe to our YouTube because if it gets up to 50 subscribers, I'm going to do a battle royale.
Ooh, yes. I want to murder. That's it.
Just in general.
Want to
Just
murder
Yep.
just everything.
That's
Everything.
There's a reason I play games is because the murder is illegal in real life, so I had to do this instead.
Well,
Only if you get caught.
on the topic of Izzy
I'm not
murdering
that-
people,
I'm not good at getting away with stuff, so I don't do it in real life.
why
Did not
don't we
discuss
go
that.
ahead and jump into tonight's session of
Welcome to our new campaign.
So, previously on Emoris, the Silver Goats had opted to visit Augustin Gain in the hopes of renegotiating the terms of your deal with him and subsequently Shani's deal with him. And having little success, you opted to return to town and begin talking to Shani about the details of her imprisonment and whether she would want to return to Gain, either to talk or to stay or not. And after some deliberation and some information that was revealed from Free about the cakery as its own entity, you decided to hatch a plan to try and steal Shani's contract from underneath of Mr. Gain's nose. So you set out later in the night, and upon arriving to the manor, Izzy and Alakin began sneaking in through the chimney of what you later found out to be Mr. Gain's room, and Alakin managed to find 3 pieces of paper in 3 different languages that were locked in his desk, which you successfully grabbed and then snuck out and then ran up on the roof and all this fun stuff. So, as you sit on the roof and start looking towards the next chimney, that is pretty much where we left off. Not a whole lot happened last week. So, we'll jump back in, first and foremost, with the other 3 as you guys sort of standing outside of the manor, a ways away from the building itself. It is nighttime. At this point, you're probably pushing close to 11:30 or so. And you just look onto the pristine white walls of the house and look up onto the roof as you see nothing, actually, because they're both invisible, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Indeed.
You see nothing happen, but you get the sense that Alakin's probably done the first part of the mission. Is there anything that you 3 want to do?
Has it been about 10 minutes since they got to the house? She said she would send a message.
I'll say yeah. That's about right.
Then she will cast Sending to Alakian. Alakian, are you guys all right? Did you find what we needed? If so, ETA on return? And that's all she's going to say.
So far, so good. Found 3 pieces of paper. Don't know what they are. That's it.
So far, it seems to be fine. He recovered some papers. 3 different ones. I don't know what they are yet, but sounds like it's all right. Nothing bad yet.
Doesn't seem like the house is on fire just yet.
I don't think I've seen any more lights turn on.
Plan B. That's Plan B.
Yeah, I'm just
heard
keeping,
Isabel in my head.
I'm just trying to keep hidden an eye on the house for any commotion that
Okay,
comes
make a
from it.
perception check for me.
Dirty 20.
Everything at this point in time seems to be in working order. You do see the patrols of guards that just sort of circle the house, and some come into the orchard, but you guys are, I assume, safe. I don't remember if you guys hid in the orchard or not.
We were
I think we
hiding
stayed off of the property.
I think you did say you stuck off of the property.
Yeah, we wanted to be able to be within earshot if something bad happened, I think. But we didn't want to be, like, right there.
So that's fine. I mean, you guys are fine for now. It's not taking... You haven't been there for too long. So, yes, Thyra, everything seems to be generally okay from what you can tell. There's nothing out of the ordinary that's happened yet. As we skip back to the other two, you guys are going into the next chimney along.
To the one at the far end where we got Shawnee from. That's where.
Okay, so I'll keep your athletics check because you're still going down the chimney. So as you both, or as Alakin starts to shimmy down, and Izzy, you stick yourself into the middle of the next chimney. You sink back down, Alakin, and find yourself in another room. This one is a lot more bare bones, and there is furniture that is just scattered everywhere. Nothing here seems to be in any sort of fashionable order or anything. It is as it was left.
I will then do my best to kind of look around to see if I can find the stuff that I was sent here to find for Shawnee, which I think was her scarf. That was the only
green scarf.
Yeah.
You can make either an investigation or a perception check, your choice, depending on how you want to go about this.
I'm gonna go hands-on, just dig through stuff because I feel like that's gonna be the best way to do stuff.
Okay, so make an investigation check.
With advantage because enhanced ability is fun. Nat 20.
Make a stealth check while you're at it.
Okay.
Since you're moving stuff around.
So it's 26 total for the investigation, and that is a 26 for the stealth.
So easy enough to do. As you sort of flit around here and move what very little belongings are here, there really isn't much. It doesn't take long for you to find a thin but wide green woven scarf that is sort of thrown off into the corner of the room. As you take a close look at it, you see that it has sort of a sewed engraving of a leaf pattern on either end, and it is made of a very fine, nice silk-like material.
Okay. Did I find anything else that seemed to be of interest as I'm going through stuff trying to find this?
As you look through, not much. It appears that Shiny didn't have much for her to bring here, and when Gain said that she might have some belongings, he may have been exaggerating.
All right. Let's go ahead and put that in my pack and head back up.
Okay. So, for the purposes of this, since you guys apparently can't roll below a 15 on stealth, you can get picked up by Izzy and fly back. Well,
nope,
yeah,
no
but these
flying.
two freaking can't.
I can't fly right now. I didn't cast it.
Sorry, you spider climb back down to the floor, and then attempt to head back over to the group, which you do with relative ease. And yeah, you can go meet up with them, no problem. So, the rest of you all start to hear footsteps approaching, but don't see anything.
I'll kind of whisper out in the darkness, because I'm assuming we're heading to where, like, we left them. So I'll kind of whisper, like, stage whisper, to Mikey and Izzy. Just kind of keep walking forward.
I don't believe them. Be on guard.
I flick Wade in the forehead.
I'm gonna drop their invisibility.
That's fine. I still do it.
Figured.
Let's go.
Got what we needed?
Maybe. Not sure.
Well, I hope so, because I just made you guys visible again.
Does anyone is it infernal?
It's infernal, abyssal, and dwarvish were the three.
Does anyone
I
speak
speak Infernal.
Does anyone speak Abyssal?
Oh yeah.
You speak Abyssal?
Oh yeah, yeah. The guy who didn't speak Elvish. He speaks Abyssal.
I
I'll
can't.
hand free the one that's in Infernal.
Okie dokie.
Seeing how it seems very evident that Wade is being facetious.
Wait, you hear in your head Kev say, "Wait, do you really speak Abyssal?
Yeah.
For real?" That's
Hidden
pretty
talent,
sweet.
Kev. Hidden talent. Some things
I
are
never
secret
knew.
even to
I'm
you.
trying to help a slave escape her fucking person who bought her. I don't need sass right now. Sass me back in Keijo.
Equal with Lakian mentioning Abyssal, do I know anything about the Abyssal plane or anything that I might have learned with my tribe?
Make a history check.
Nope. 5, 9.
9. It's a place. You're not sure much about it. Last time you heard it was when you were much, much younger.
But usually they're like terror stories, right?
You rarely find good ones coming out of the abyss.
I mean,
Now that we're back here and I don't have invisibility, if I do want to cast Detect Magic, now that
I don't know Abyssal, but can't be good, whichever it is.
Free's already looking over this note.
Yeah, as he hands you the note free, you see it's in written scroll in Infernal, and as you're looking over it, it is directed to one Naveen Wolfang, and it details the upkeep of the Southern Winds Winery orchard that is located in the Aegrin coast.
Okay.
This is a letter from Gain to his second in command.
Okay. He passes it back to Alakian. No. Did the other one at least have Shawnee's signature on it?
You have never seen Shawnee's signature, so
Or
you're
what we guess it to look like?
Is there a non-abyssal word in the other one?
As you look over the abyssal one, there does not appear to be anything that is not an abyssal.
Since I have a contract, if I look at it, does it remind me of mine? It was a long time ago, and all that, but
make an intelligence check.
okie dokie. Sparkles. That's in the middle. Intelligence. It's only an 11.
Nothing about this is really setting your recollection off. It's not ringing any bells.
What is that third one?
Oh.
That's the dwarvish one. It's a contact with the Dumpy Dog.
So he's got contacts with a place in... Where was the Dumpy Dog? It was in Erenroot?
Right.
And in the Arakan Coast?
Oh yeah, I met that guy.
Directions.
Dumpy Dog is a meadery, so they're part of the same business, so I doubt it's anything too terrible. That we might, or if we want to, we could look into it if we go back.
Did you find her scarf?
We did that.
I did that, and I'll pull that out. Equa, did my Detect Magic register anything?
Yeah, so you let loose the incantation and do your movements in the air, and as you open your eyes, you see as everything sort of becomes slightly more grayscale than what it's used to, and you look down at each of the pieces of paper. None of them seem to give off any form of magic except for the one that's in Abyssal.
Of course.
Aid.
What kind of magic does it give off?
That would be illusion.
This isn't what it seems to be. There's illusion magic cast on this piece of paper.
Asmund has a spell that can dispel things.
Okay.
And if not, maybe she has a spell that'll, or maybe she knows a dispel. She's really our only magical resource, along with Logan.
Wait, don't you have something that can get rid of magics?
Do I?
The trick dispel magic or is it counter spell? Yeah.
He's got
Oh,
counterspell.
yeah, you know, see, for me to do that, I have to see the person that's casting the spell.
Alright, well, Asmund does can dispel magics, so she's the best guess.
Yeah, she can dispel stuff, I think.
Well, let's...
She did on the collar.
Hey. Let's head back. Let's get Shawnee. Let's get this figured out, and then let's...
I think, honestly, at this point, our best bet's going to be if this doesn't turn out to be what we think it is, just actually talking to him, because I don't think we have...
Fuck that.
we don't have anything else to go on.
I have one idea. If this isn't the contract, I'd like to go back to the hag's house and check. Because he said he didn't have it and didn't need it. But she was using Shawnee as a threat. So maybe she took that.
Equa, did I find anything that looked like something, like a piece of paper while I was digging through all of the stuff in the house? In the hag's house?
You found many scatterings of paper. None particularly took your attention as anything that might be related to Shani.
You know, we might not need to go back to the hag's house herself. Rokanoka is there.
Oh, actually, I kind of need to talk to Rokanoka, so... Two birds, one stone, then, I guess.
I mean, maybe one of you...
Let's just leave. Yeah, let's get back to
Yeah.
the town.
One of you...
I figured we were walking at the same time.
Yeah, I kind of figured the same thing.
Yep.
You can do. That's fine.
Maybe
Yeah.
Free or Izzy, you can send him a message. Maybe he can take a look. Have it ready when we get there if he can find anything.
I don't think we should be going there at midnight, though.
Oh,
No, I
actually,
think we're gonna go to Asmund first, but he has all night to look if he needs to or wants to.
Sure. I'll cast sending to Rokanoka. Ask him to look for any sort of official contract-looking papers scattered about the house. The Hague
Okay.
Street.
So you cast sending. What do you say?
Rokanoka, we're looking for a contract. We think the hag might have it. Can you check the tree?
Griz, do you want to take this one, or do you want me to take this one?
Yeah, you can use some practice. Go ahead.
So the voice responds, and it says, "Let me think about this one." It says, "Isabel, I have made my home in tree. I will look for this. Thank you."
You're starting to cut out, Equa. There's like static coming through your mic or something.
Damn, is it still there?
No,
No.
that was
Oh,
weird.
no, it's gone. You're good.
Yeah, you're good now. We
Okay.
heard the message too. It just came a little crackly.
Are we leaving tracks in, I guess, the dirt or on the path where we're walking?
Yeah, you look behind and you are leaving tracks. You're not making an attempt.
Okay, so I would be bringing up the rear using mold earth to get rid of our track.
Okay, that's going to add some time to your...
That's fine. They can keep walking. I can walk.
Okay. Fair enough.
Isabel's gonna stick behind and walk with Tyro.
I'm gonna be leading the party going forward and kind of keeping an eye out to see if we get intercepted at any point by anybody.
Okay, so LA can make a perception check, see if you get intercepted by anyone.
15 plus 5, so 30, 20.
No one appears to be coming up to you. So, we'll start with the leading three first. Is there anything that you guys want to do on the journey, or do you want to just skip straight ahead to?
I figured we'd just be quiet since we have a plan now. If anyone had any something to say.
Really?
Fair enough. So you guys make your way ahead. Thyra and Izzy, is there anything you guys want to talk about while you're molding the earth?
Not really.
No.
It's more taking behind just in case.
Sure thing. So, the three of you hit Keijo first, and as you sort of walk into the town, the familiar sight hits you of the small, like metal and wooden shacks that are haphazardly constructed on top of the river. Some light coming out of some of the windows here, not all of them. And as you look over onto the riverbed itself, you see a number of fireflies that are still lingering from the contest, that have just been sort of lazily drifting off from now. And yeah, you can walk straight to Asmin's if you want to. And as you knock on the door, you hear the familiar footsteps approach, and the door opens, and Asmin's looking up at you. Hey, how'd it go?
Can we talk inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Slip on in.
Mm-hmm.
The other two will just take a little longer. They're cleaning up. Literal footsteps, nothing terrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
For once, the plan kind of went off without too many troubles. So.
Is this their first plan that didn't fuck up?
Yeah.
Yet. The key word is yet.
Can you read Abyssal? And if not, can you dispel magic on something for us?
I cannot read Abyssal. That's a very strange question to ask.
Yeah.
I can comprehend what it's saying, though.
Well, so here's the thing. I'll pull out the Abyssal letter. I don't think this is what it appears to be. So I don't think even reading it would help us any. Because there's illusion magic on this piece of paper. So I have a feeling this is not what it seems.
So you just want me to break it, basically? Okay, I can do that. Yeah, put her down.
Are we there yet?
No, you guys are maybe like 2/3 of the journey in at this point.
Should we make sure that it's not? You know what? Never mind.
Well, I mean, it's up to y'all. I'm following your lead.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's it's actually an illusion and it's not like we're gonna mess something up by dispelling it.
That's kind of why I wanted it read, just in case.
I mean, it specifically gave off illusion magic, but
right.
Go ahead if you can see if you can read it first, I guess. I'll hand it over to Asmin.
Yeah, you watch as she goes over to the kitchen and runs over and opens a bunch of cupboards, not finding what she needs, and then she reaches into one and pulls out a small pouch and plops on the table and puts her finger in and grabs out a pinch of salt and just sprinkles it over the piece of paper and begins saying some words. And you watch as she blinks and her eyes turn to this orangish yellow for a second. And she starts reading. It's some passage about the abyss, sort of things that live there, demons and stuff. There ain't nothing here that pertains to any of y'all or nothing.
Given that it was in a locked drawer with 2 other things of note, I feel like that's not what this actually is.
Well, I mean, it was worth a go.
Yeah, that's definitely worth a shot for sure.
just in case.
Yep.
So y'all want me to just break it?
Yeah,
Please.
if you can, go for it.
Okay.
I'll
We're
cast
gonna
guidance on
release
her
the
as she
next
does
big
the...
bad right now. Here we
You
go.
only
The ghost screwing it up again.
Cast guidance on her again.
Puts it down
Just in
on
case.
the living room table and tells everyone to take a couple steps back. And in a familiar fashion to what she did with the collar, she just puts her hand out and starts tracing some sigils in the air. It says a couple words. And after the chant is complete, she casts Dispel Magic. And as she holds her hand out, you see some almost like opaque, translucent, barely visible force just into the piece of paper, and you watch as it sits there for a second, and the corners start to, almost like an invisible wind is starting to carry it over, and you watch as the writing on the front of it shimmers for a second and then drops into new writing. Free, you can read this. It's an infernal.
Okay.
It is a contract from the cakery that details Gustin Gain's ownership over Shani and basically says that he owns her. There is one other thing on it of note that you pick up, which is the contract itself is not merely a contract, but a scroll.
Oh
Um,
no.
let me see if you can cast this spell before you know what it is.
She hasn't said anything out loud yet, by the way. She's just staring at this and going paler.
Yeah. I figured.
You can. As you're reading it, you take note that it refers to two people, the owner and the subject. The owner basically has possession over the subject in any means, and can, if taken, resort back to the cakery to find other ways of locating the person. The contract itself also functions as a scroll. It allows the user to cast Dominate Person at 8th level
Holy
on the
shit.
target,
Mm-hmm.
which lasts for 8 hours. And if you didn't know, Dominate Person just allows you to command a person to do things telepathically for those 8 hours. And it also allows them power over the collar, which is not necessarily linked to this particular contract, but it is mentioned.
Okay.
That's what you get.
So I would assume as a scroll it's a one-time cast? Since
It
it's a
is not a
contract,
one-time
it's permanent.
cast. It's permanent, so you can use it over and over again once per day, but it can only be used by the owner of the contract and only on the subject. And you do in fact see Shani's signature at the bottom.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad we did that.
So what is it?
It's her contract. And it also functions to control her collar and to cast Dominate Person on her whenever he wishes.
Have we come back yet?
You're nearly there at this point.
Is Shani in the room with us or no?
No, Shani's not currently in the room.
Can we destroy this? Is it destroyable?
Do you think we should let her be in the room when it's destroyed, just so that she
Well,
can have peace of
yeah,
mind?
I mean, it's her choice. I'm just
I'm gonna be right back. Talk my shit.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh no.
Well,
What's wrong?
he has to have the scroll in order to be able to use it. So we don't have that issue anymore. At least.
Yeah.
Well, this is good news, right? Because we destroyed her collar, and then now we
This
have
is good news for Shawnee, but if Free's contract is the same,
Oh.
Oh, as long as I never run into him again, it's not a problem.
He lives up north, right?
They're back, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not there yet, Izzy.
Oh fuck, we're not.
Equa,
That's why I keep asking, so I know whether to chime in or not.
with my magic teachings that I had back in Earnroot, would I know whether scrolls can be destroyed or remade into something else or something like that?
Based off of what you learned in Earnroot, which was not a great deal, it would be very hard to say. You just know that scrolls typically have a one-time use with one spell, and only people within that class of caster can use that spell. The notable thing about this one that is off is the game has not exhibited any kind of magic to any of you.
Yeah.
You don't know that he can't, but he hasn't shown any.
Contract also says if the person wants their slave back, the cakery will help them find them. I kind of suspected as much. I just didn't want to know.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
So, it's about this time that Thyra and Izzy will start coming back into the room, and also Asmin runs upstairs to go and get Chani and Loban. But we'll get the two of you coming in first.
You can leave Loban. Don't worry. No, don't bring him.
Alright, I think our tracks are pretty well cleared. They won't be able to... I don't think they'll get any suspicions that anybody snuck in or out.
Hey, well, he will when he finds out that the contract is gone and that we should leave.
No, but it'll be harder for them to figure out where... I mean, I'm sure he'll assume it's us, but...
You don't think...
So I think we should leave.
You don't think that, like, when we go, that Mr. Gain's gonna take it out on, like, Ma and Pa? Do you?
Do you think the town of Cagel would not do something if we told them that he was a slave owner?
No, of course. We're tight knit community.
I don't think they would let him bully her.
I don't think he's the kind of person that would take it out on your parents. I think he'd come for us. Which is why we should leave.
Well, I mean, Wade, if you're pretty protected by the town, I'm sure your parents are too. He wouldn't risk it.
You're right.
You can't come
My
in
only
and
question...
hook up your workforce and then... So I think it'll be fine.
My only question for all of us before Shawnee comes down is, do we even want to broach the question of talking to Gaines in the morning and telling him to back off?
No, we're not doing that. We're leaving tonight. We can't stay here. We took the contract. He's going to find out. We should be gone.
Are you sure we have the contract? Do we have the contract?
Yes.
I assume it is.
Yeah.
You were not there.
I assume they told us.
We relayed the information pretty much when we came in.
So
that's kind of where my assumption was as well.
I mean, maybe I'm just, overthinking this, but what if the only reason Mr. Gain wanted her to come back one last time was so that he could cast this dominate thing on her so that she'd stay?
I think that's exactly what he wanted to do.
So I don't think we should talk to him anymore.
No, because oh.
Yeah, because we don't know if he needs the contract in his possession, or if it's just his name is on it, her name is on it. So now they've got this bond. All he has to do is see her and do the work.
Since it acts as a scroll, I'm assuming he needs it in his hand.
So we should leave. Take this with us. Destroy it if we can. I don't know if you can. I'm not sure if it's just like tearing it and that'll break the spell. No, it's not.
What are we going to keep her with us while we're traveling and doing other things, getting her in trouble?
I think we should ask Shawnee where she wants to go.
Right. Exactly. We could bring her to earn the
This isn't a decision we can make for her.
I'm sure
if the Lakians book people, they might take care of her, or they could bring her to Tara's people.
She can be tracked. I am sorry. That's not something I'm going to bring upon my tribe.
There's that. Before we go, does the contract say that they can magically track people, or that they'll just help track people?
It just said that they would help.
Okay.
Yeah, it just says that the K-Crew will assist if the owner is not in possession of their subject. It's about this time that you see Asmin run down, followed by Shani, who is looking very happy, followed by Loven, who is looking normal.
Like Loven.
Yep.
Normal.
I'm gonna glare at Loven.
Me too.
Yeah, he meets eye contact and then shiftily moves his gaze over to, we'll say Wade, because Wade's probably right next to you.
Also glaring at Lowen.
I mean, I'm not glaring, but I'm just making just a no expression face, just flat face staring at like.
Poor fucking Lowen.
As they come back down, I'm gonna look over to Asmin. You seem a lot more learned in magics than the rest of us here. Do you know of any way to destroy a scroll or remove that which is on it?
Have you tried tearing it in half?
Let's let Shawnee that honor if it can work.
Yeah, Shani instantly just runs up to the scroll, takes a look at it, starts trying to pry it apart, and it's just not moving.
I'll kind of firebolt in my hand. Should we try this?
I mean, magic could do it.
Maybe outside.
Maybe
I'm not throwing the firebolt. I conjure it in my hand.
No, but still outside.
Okay.
Because we don't
in case
want
it
fire
releases
inside.
something.
Exactly.
Or is there a little trash bin around anywhere?
Sure, yeah, they have trash bins in this house.
Right. Or just put it in here and then just, catch this a little bit on fire.
Sure. So I guess we'll take it outside.
No, we can do it here. I've got create or destroy water.
I really wouldn't do that. My folks are asleep upstairs, and if they smell smoke...
Let's do it outside. Yeah.
I'll just go in the back there.
Is there anybody around? Will we go outside?
Outside? There's a couple people that are just either sitting, enjoying the moonlight, or you see one guy over at Portis's who's just eating some crawfish.
Don't worry about it. People have trash fires here all the time. Okay. I'll light the trash on fire, I guess.
Okay, so...
With the scroll in it.
It has an AC, but it doesn't matter. Roll damage.
Okay. I think it's a D10, yeah. 9.
9?
9? Did you roll 1d10 or 2d10? Because you're level 5.
I rolled 1. You're right. Another 9.
Another 9?
Yes.
18.
Yeah, you snap your hand and conjure the fireball and just hold it underneath of the contract. And you watch for a moment as it doesn't take a light, and then it does. And as the flame starts to move across the page, it almost moves ahead, and then behind it starts burning, almost like it's burning away at some magic before the contract itself is starting to perish.
Neat.
And you watch for a little bit, and then it does eventually fade.
All right. Is the fire still burning once the contract is burnt?
I'll say yes.
Is it staying contained? As long as it stays contained, I will not waste a spell slot.
I'm assuming he dropped the trash can, so.
I mean, we could just throw
it's
the
contained.
trash can in the river if I had to. It's fine. Yeah. Good job, peeps.
You watch as Shani, who was like intently watching it, so like picks up a stick off the ground and starts poking it just to make sure there's nothing there, and then turns to you, Wade, and just gives you a big hug. You watch one of the legs just go behind her as she starts
Oh, it was
poking
nothing.
you. And she pulls back. Thank you. This is wonderful. We can go now.
Yeah. Actually, about that,
can't.
we were
Well, let's-
wondering where you wanted to go next.
Oh, she turns to Asmin, and Asmin like has a gentle smile on her face. She says, "Well, y'all can. We talked about it, and y'all can take her with you if you want. I know you had some discussions about things, but if none of you wanna have her around, you guys are getting in danger kind of a lot. She's more willing to stay with me. We'll hang out, be roomies." Back in my apartment.
Like in Dracovi.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be okay as long as you guys are leaving soon.
You should leave. You should not say that.
Of course, y'all are welcome if you feel like it'll be safer somewhere else. That's fine, and she can go. I know you might have said that your folks have somewhere they like to be. Just talking to you, Thyra.
Well, I mean, with the contract destroyed, it'll be a little harder to find her.
The thing
there's a lot of
is,
people.
would the cakery really go out of its way to recapture someone and make another contract? Or would they say their contract is over and just screw games?
I guess it depends how much
Because
money
that's going to
puts into it,
define
really.
on if they're still going to go after her or not.
I
I'm
mean,
not sure.
he just straight up offered Jewel 10,000 gold
It was
just
nothing.
to fight a hag. I mean, if you offer anybody enough money, they'll do almost anything for you.
However, if she wants to go with Asmin, then they have Archivist Epsilon and the
They have a
Order
lot
not
more.
far away.
They have a lot more protection
Yeah.
there than they would with
the Order
us.
to know as well that she perhaps try to get them to just keep an eye on things, make sure she's alright.
Maybe you could get her a apprenticeship there, Asmin.
We generally only take on people who have a little bit of experience with magic. Chani, do you have? She just no. But I can work other places, wherever is needed.
Or
Yeah,
you could make-
that's
You
fine.
could make a dark deal with some strange entity to get magic that way. If you want to skip all the work.
What? Then you watch as Shani is like shaking her head. No more deals, please. I'm fine.
That's fair. Good point. It's a good idea.
Well, I mean, the choice isn't ours. It's Shawnee's. Shawnee, do you want to go with
Yeah.
Asmin, or what do you want to do?
I've never had a roommate. I think this would be good.
One is good. 4, not so much.
She like looks around to the rest of you, nods.
If you don't mind, I'd like to send messages just to check in.
Yes, anytime. I would like that.
All right.
Asmin, when are you leaving?
Oh, Well, your friend from the order was asking around earlier. He's about ready to go, but he wants to see you first, pointing to you, Alakian. So probably early tomorrow morning, we can go get him. I could probably go send him a message now and see if he's awake, but I think he probably wants to sleep.
Well, I would like to be gone early. I would rather be gone right now, but if we have to talk to this
Well,
person.
Wait, didn't you want to see Rokonoka about something?
Yeah, if you guys don't mind.
That's all.
We have to stay another day because Asmund and them are staying, and rather stay here and make sure they're safe.
What, are you guys coming with us, or are you going somewhere else?
We haven't really talked about it.
We haven't figured out what we're doing.
Alakian, did you, when I asked if you got the scarf, did you just show it to me or did you hand it to me?
I would have just showed it to you.
Okay.
And now that everybody seems to be in high spirits, I'll pull out of my backpack and I'll kind of hand it over. I'll extend my hand out with it to Shawnee to be like, we did manage to get this while we were there.
Yeah, you watch as her smile becomes a little bit wider, and she takes it from you. Thank you so much. And she runs over and hugs you in the leg. Goes up again.
And I awkwardly hug her back a little bit.
And when she regales, she just throws it back around her neck. It looks fitting.
Just to be clear, I didn't see any kind of magical aura coming off of that too. Whenever I cast detect,
There is no magic aura coming off of the scarf, man.
Wanted to make sure he didn't sneak some sneaky divination magic or something on it.
Hey, Shawnee, where did you get that scarf?
Oh, my parents made this for me.
Oh, nice. You didn't wear it much around Gaines, did you?
No, he gave me the red one.
Okay,
So
that's good.
Let's get some sleep. In the morning, let's see Rokonoka and this member of the order.
Asmund,
y'all want to stay in my house, or are you going back to your tree house?
Is there enough room?
I was gonna say.
For a couple of you, maybe.
Yeah.
I can sleep on the ceiling apparently, so I can just do that.
Oh, that's really neat. Yeah, you should probably do that.
I want to spider up the fucking wall because I don't think anyone but Elagian and Wade have seen me do it.
I would say that's frightening, but it's only just a nail. Not very surprising.
With this group, I'm not surprised anymore.
I'll spend one last night with Mom and Pa.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna stick to a ceiling and sleep.
I am going to find Shawnee. Kind of pull her aside a little bit.
Okay.
You know, I think you can keep the cloak. Maybe it's all.
No, it's yours. It's not mine.
I think it'll suit your needs more than it's gotten me through these last 4 years, and I think it's about time I shed a little bit of the armor I was wearing. It can be your protection now.
Can I do something for you in return, or is there anything that you need?
The only thing I need is for you to stay safe and happy.
Thank you, Thyra.
You're welcome, Shawnee.
And she also gives you a hug. And the leg goes up.
And then I'll go outside to sleep because I'm freaking huge in a halfling house.
Okay. So between Wade and Thyra not being there and Izzy sleeping on the ceiling, the two of you can fit in here fairly easily.
How does Asmund, Loven, and Shawnee respond to my spider climbing? Cheers.
Asmin doesn't seem to be too phased by it. She's kind of gotten used to it at this point. You're a weird person.
Yeah, fucking weird shit.
Shani is initially a little bit taken aback, but is overcome with happiness at the moment of finally being free, and she is. There was a moment of her being like, "Okay," and then she just returned to talking to the rest of the group. You do actually watch as Logan watches you climb up the wall, and just walks back into a house.
Nope's out of there.
I'm gonna fall him a little bit on the roof to freak him out.
Yeah, the rest of you watch as Logan's face appears in the window upstairs, and Izzy starts climbing up it, and Logan.
I'm gonna go up the window and say, and kind of like, Laven, I can find you anywhere. I remember that. And we're gonna go back down inside the house and sleep inside. So I'll talk to the ceiling.
So, Thyra's gonna go to sleep outside. Izzy's gonna go to sleep on the roof. Free and Lake.
I'm gonna see if I can get home with Wade.
Oh, you're gonna go with Wade? Okay.
Elikane wants to go home with Wade.
I was actually gonna on the way out. Hey Thyra, if you know our rooms are a little bit bigger at Mom and Pa's on account of me being big, than them.
I kind of look up at the night sky. I haven't slept under the stars in a while. I think tonight's a good night to sleep outside.
All right. We'll see
Thank
you in the
you,
morning.
Wade.
Yeah. Yeah, just at Mom and Pa's.
So, Free, are you doing anything special tonight?
No.
Okay. So, you bed down for the night. The last thing that you hear is Asmin tracing a couple symbols in the air, and she says, "Hey, Brian! We're leaving tomorrow. What time will you be up? You want us to come meet you there, or are you going to come here?" It's Asmin, by the way. Talked earlier.
Fucking Brian.
Okay,
You better
well,
not steal my fucking horses.
we're going to go meet him tomorrow, so, we'll go over there and, yeah.
Alright,
Damn
Okay.
it, Dave.
Free.
good night.
So, Wade and Lakian, you head back to Marpaz. Anything that you'd like to do?
Not in particular. Just spend a little bit of time with Mom and Pa before I go to sleep. And if Lakian has anything.
No, basically, before actually start meditating, planning on just kind of saying a little prayer of thanks to the Raven Queen for helping us get through all of this stuff without issue so far, and asking for help and success further forward.
So you sit down and pray for a while, and then go to your meditation afterwards. So, everyone, you complete your long rest, and as you wake up in the morning, you can wake up early if you choose to, since you want to leave with the crack of dawn. And I won't penalize you for that. That's totally fine. So, as you all wake up, we'll start with Wade and Alakian. You wake up to the sound of shuffling around downstairs and the occasional ting. There's commotion downstairs.
Does it smell like anything?
Make a perception check.
It is 11.
11? Oh, this is the one that you rolled bad on, huh? Nothing that you can smell as of yet.
Hey, let's just go check that out, just to make sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we're gonna head downstairs. I guess we have stairs. I don't know.
You do have stairs, yeah. So as you walk downstairs and sort of turn the corner, you look into the kitchen and you see Ma, who has a spread out in small containers and little baskets that she is preparing She's kind of like sweating down one side of her head, and it looks like she's been up for an hour or so.
Yeah.
Like cleaning out the fridge.
I'll sigh relief. Hey, Ma, have you slept yet?
Oh, hey, sweetie. Yeah, no, I slept fine. Don't worry about it. I've just been preparing for your departure. You know, you're a little bit older, but you're still growing, and you need all the food you can get. So I prepared your favorites. There's peanut butter, and there's some gator, and there's some gator stew, and there's some gator hide, and there's some gator jerky if you want that too.
Oh.
Is there anything else you want, sweetie?
How about those, like, you used to make those gator chips? You know, you used to put them in the oil.
Yeah, I get some. Give me a couple minutes to go see if we got some, and I'll find them for you.
No, Ma, it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I was just wondering.
She's still rummaging through the cupboards looking for them.
Well,
It's your
where's
own
Pa?
fault.
I think he's in the shop. He got a head start.
Right. Well, I'm gonna walk over to my Ma and give her a hug. Hey, Ma, I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
I'll be back home before you know it, alright?
Please do keep in touch. Take all of this with you. It's all yours. Watch the trifle, though. That might break if you go too fast.
How much stuff is there? Am I gonna be able to even carry this?
Not
That's what
alone, you
I'm
won't.
wondering. How much is there? Like, if we
If
had to
you
put
wanna,
a
like,
poundage to it.
Stacked up, you guys could probably carry both of it out. All out.
Oh, you know,
It's a lot.
you know what, Ma? Asmin's leaving today too. You mind if I give her some of this?
No. I should have made more.
No, Mom.
You didn't tell me Edmund was leaving too, Wade.
I'll share with her. She'll love it.
There's way more than enough for all of us here. Trust me.
Okay. Tell her to come see me before she goes.
I will.
Okay. Take it. I'm gonna start cleaning up, I guess. I'll see you off. So yeah, you guys scoop up all the food, and you can leave if you choose to.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, you going straight to Asmin's house, or you want to stop off at the workshop?
I guess I'll say bye to Pa. Just kind of the same thing, more or less.
Okay. Yeah, I'd rather
Sure.
follow him over there too.
So you stop into Pa's, and Pa is hard at work on something, and you watch as he notices you arrive and puts the goggles up. Oh, you're leaving, Wade? Already?
Yeah. Oh, well, not just yet, but today. Yep. Well, I guess, I don't know. Are we going straight from Roanoke's, do you know? Say to Lakein.
I don't think so. I think we're gonna be leaving pretty soon, so I think that was the plan. We talk to my person and then we go. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we're leaving soon. We're gonna stop and talk to someone in the swamp, but then head off from there, I guess.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Come here, Wade.
Yeah. Okay, I'll follow him.
And as you walk over, you see him pull out a small piece of cloth, like a wrapped thing, and he just puts it down on the table in front of you. Why don't you take a look at that? Now, it ain't much, but I didn't have much notice, and you need to be safe on your journey, so...
Alright, I'll unwrap it.
It is a small, well-made, and engraved dagger. It appears to be just a normal dagger. And it has an inscription on the blade that says, "I love you, son," in Halfling.
Oh, so sweet.
That's adorable.
Thanks, Bob.
in water.
It's nice.
Well, I mean, you know, I didn't have much to work with. I didn't make the dagger, just to carve the thing in and sharpen it up for you a little bit. You got to be safe on your travels. You never know what you're going to come across.
Right.
So,
You know what? I'm gonna use this to get you something nice, and I'll bring it back to you. You know, the way you always did when I was a kid.
yeah, maybe you'll bring me a souvenir this time. Yeah.
Kind of at that, I'll kind of shout over, "Hey, Pa!" And I'll flick a
Yeah.
single platinum piece over to him, like in the air, kind of just flick it towards him.
Yeah, he's.
Is that the same one I left?
No, the one that you left is there still.
Oh, okay.
Corner. And he goes and tries to pick it up again. Steps around for a little bit and notices it. Oh wow! This is a lot. For me. Are you sure?
You did amazing work on this armor. You deserve it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Feel free to spread the word if anyone asks you where you got it. Just
Hey,
let them know.
We'll definitely do that.
Paul, you got any business trips coming up?
I'm gonna be heading out in a couple weeks. I'm not sure where yet, but you know, business is out there when it's out there. You know.
Right. Well, maybe we'll cross paths out there.
Maybe. I'll look out for you.
All right. Bye, Paul.
Come here.
Yeah, I'm going for a hug. I'll kind of punch him on the shoulder at the like when the hug's
You're
over.
getting stronger, Wade. That one almost hurt.
Right, I'm
yeah.
off to Asmin. She's heading off to today too, so just make sure you say bye to her when you get a chance.
We'll come see you off. Don't worry.
Just wave on my way out.
Yeah. So you guys leave and meet up with the rest of the group at Asmin's. I'll say you guys would have already been awake a little bit before this. So is there anything that you guys want to do in the interim? You just let me know.
I want to find Asmin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
you walk into the house. I'll say for the purposes of this, you wake up early, and Free is asleep in the house, and you don't hear any other movement, so you can attempt to stealth past them or not.
Freeze asleep on the floor.
Oh no!
I'm gonna use my staff of flowers to make a blue orchid. I'm gonna try and stealth up to her, and I'm gonna try and tickle one of her hooves.
So, make a stealth check.
It's not gonna be good. She's probably gonna wake up before I leave. Oh, I rolled a 13. What's my stealth? 2, 15?
Oh, you just beat me. I have a 14 passive perception.
Yeah. As you start walking over to her, you hear the of creaking floorboards that are just inescapable in this house. And as she's like stirring around, you do manage to just sneak up to her and pull the orchid out and
The underside of her hooves are sensitive. You'd have to, kind of like a goat would be in the split, maybe, but otherwise she would
yeah,
notice.
it would definitely, you know how like dogs are more ticklish in between their
Oh god. Oh yeah, you might get kicked, not that it matters, because she has a different strength.
There's been thunder wave.
Jesus. Yeah, she definitely wakes up pretty startled. Just like, what the heck?
Well, good morning, and I'll just put the flower like right next to her and walk up the stairs.
left dazed and
boy.
confused.
Yeah, no idea what just happened.
Yeah, so you walk upstairs. There are 3 rooms in this house in the upstairs. There is Kev's bedroom, Asmin's bedroom, and her parents' bedroom. You know them all by now. You can go to Asmin's bedroom if you want.
I want to go into Kev's. Is anybody awake? Do I see anybody?
Not at this point in time, no.
I want to go into Kev's bedroom.
Okay, you walk into Kev's bedroom. I'm not even trying to be stealthy. You see Loven.
Is he naked?
He's not naked. He is in his
the kind of guy who would, right?
Is he ripped? Just fucking cut.
He's in like a striped like fancy pajama set.
You know, Loven, that looks good on you. I'm gonna look around Kev's room to find something small that belonged to him.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Excuse me.
Don't mind me, you know, just nosing around. Natural one.
Natural one. Yeah, you look around. There's a lot of like gator hunting memorabilia. There appears to be like almost like a little. It reminds you of a crossbow, but it's like been heavily tinkered with on the floor to the point where it's basically torn apart. There's not much else that you find. Bed, dresser, chair, table. That's pretty much it.
Everything here is a little too big. Hey, Loven, you haven't seen anything small that you think would have belonged to Kev, have you? Are you married? Do you have kids? Well, why not? Can't give your poor wife any kids? Or husband?
She just leans over and on the wall next to him. And you hear someone say, I'm up.
You know, Asmund's not always gonna be able to save you.
He just like stares back at you.
Nice
Before you-
chat.
Isabel crawls on the wall behind the doors like fucking some weird exorcist shit.
Like on the ceiling?
No, like the past the open door, like in the hallway, just like.
Okay. Yeah, Levin just sees this figure just go past him and pulls the sheet up a little bit higher. You watch and see as Asmund comes out the door. Oh shit! As you just scurry past, and she has to lift up a leg to get let you go.
I'm like on the wall.
Yeah, I mean she came out and then like came around. It's not a wide hallway. They're not really big people.
Okay.
And she turns up to you, Thyra. What's up?
Do you have a tin can?
Do I have what?
Tin can with a lid, you know, you put coffee in. Sometimes people put sugar in it.
I don't think so. Not on me. There's one in my apartment.
Do you think there would be one in your mom and dad's kitchen?
My folks ain't really no coffee people. Sometimes like a little bit stronger than that.
Well, I want the tin can, not the coffee.
Oh, I don't think so. We probably have like an old can of soup or something we could throw out.
Can of soup is kind of small, but could make it work.
Okay. You okay, Logan? And he's just still like the sheets clutched up. Is like, okay. Well then, he just starts groggily coming down the stairs. Afri.
Asmund, is he
Yeah.
married? Is he married to a man or a woman?
Logan? No, he's married to a woman.
You need to get on him to give that poor woman some babies.
Okay. Sure. And she just walks up to the cupboard and starts looking through them.
Do not tell
You see how-
Asmund to get on someone.
To make babies.
Good thing you're not here.
She like pulls two things out and says, I got tomato or vegetable.
What kind of cans are? They're tin cans, right?
Yeah, that's in cans.
Can I take them both?
Sure. Hands them over.
We'll take the cans of soup. Tuck them
Hey,
into my
what
bag.
time is it?
What?
And you watch as she pauses for a second and starts tracing some sigils in the air. Hey Brian, hey Jasmine, are you up? You ready for us? Oh, he's coming here and he's going to come pick us up. Okay.
Well, I think we were going into the swamp before we left.
I'm sure he's got time. He ain't got nothing better to do today than take us home. Okay. Have fun. I'm going back to bed. And she starts walking back upstairs. So, yeah. Free and Izzy, anything that you guys want to do in this time?
Trying to wake herself up, but she's mostly just falling back asleep on her arm.
Isabel being awake is just gonna, I don't know, probably go outside and watch for Wade and Allegian.
Okay. You do see them approaching not long after. Arms full of plates and food and cutlery and all sorts.
What do you have? What's with all this? What's with all this? We can't take all this.
Well, you know how malls can be. So, yeah. Oh, it's okay. We're gonna give some of this to Asmin and, fit what we can in our packs, but don't worry about it.
I meant more like the plates and the cutlery.
Yeah, she went a little overboard.
Is it the nice china again, Equa?
It's not the nice china. No, she's learned.
We'll just leave that at Asmin's parents.
Sure. Well, we have to go see the Looker, right?
Yeah.
You want to?
If y'all don't mind. I think you might be able to help with the cave situation.
Sure.
Thyra has already started, just grabbed something from Wade and just started eating it.
Oh yeah, have at it.
We'll all do the same. We'll grab a little piece of something and eat it.
So you guys have a light breakfast.
Yeah, that's great.
Here at Asmin's house. And yeah, so anything that you want to do before you head to Rokanoka's?
The guy is gonna meet us here.
guy?
Brian.
The carriage
order.
driver?
Right?
The guy from the order? That wants
No,
to talk
Brian's
to
Brian's the carriage driver.
It's
Right?
the guy from the...
It's the same
Yeah.
person.
They're the same person?
Oh,
They're one and the same way.
Wow.
You
Okay.
can be a carriage driver and work for the order. You can do both things.
It's just kind of weird.
It takes a lot of skill to be a carriage driver. He's a very high-ranking officer.
Is there really nothing it does?
Is that jealousy in your voice, Lakian?
Oh, did you want to be the fucking royal carriage driver someday when you're
No.
an adult?
I'm being facetious. I could give two shits.
Oh, we know you're being facetious.
I was teasing.
Just wanted to say fuck you, but not really using those words.
Equa, do we know whether we'll have a chance to say bye to Asmin and stuff? Or, I guess I just should ask the party. Are we heading straight out from Rokanoka's, or are we...
Do we even know where we're going?
Well, I assume the order wants to talk to him, so probably should do that.
Yeah, we need to come back anyway.
Wait,
But we will see everyone again.
okay, we're gonna see everybody before they go. Okay, just want to make sure.
Yes. Yeah, we'll be back into town before we leave.
Okay.
Okay. So,
I want to keep an eye out for a shop or a place that looks like I can get a coffee size 10 can. Like a coffee 10 size. A decent size with a lid 10 can.
okay, make a perception check.
Oh, I'm better at those. Oh, natural 20. 27.
Natural 20. Okay, great. So, looking around, most of the shops here in Keijo are closing out today. At least the ones that were here from the festival. Seeing as the festival is now over and it did not end well. You do see, with your natural 20, you do see one stall that appears to be like haphazardly, for lack of a better word, erected. That is just filled with junk. Little knickknacks and random crap, pieces of scrap metal. And you see sitting behind it, you see what appears to be a gnome man with like tousled, curly, almost looks like it's been exploded outwards brown hair, sort of wearing one monocle that is strapped around the back with a leather strap that has like a number of lenses in front of it. His clothes are soot marked and dirty, and he is just like flitting around trying to pack stuff up.
Excuse me, sir, do you have a tin can that has a lid about this size and all, like, all about round, circular?
The head swivels.
Hello there! Welcome! My name's Warback. Come in. What do you want, a tin can? Yeah, hold on.
And he starts rummaging around, and you see little bits of metal as he's pulling it behind his head, just go. And it takes him about 2 minutes before he pulls out a cylindrical, what looks like a cake dish, that he just plops down. Then he goes back and he pulls out a box that's maybe like 2 feet wide by 1 feet in length and puts it down. And another tin that appears to be around the same description that you've been asking for. He says,
"What's that? Will that do ya?"
That looks perfect.
Perfect. 3 silver.
I'll give him a gold.
Thank you.
And then he just kicks it off and starts pulling back the other things, and you hear them into the pile behind him, which you now see is actually him being loaded onto a cart that he's about to pull along.
I'll put that in my backpack with a little bit of a pep in my step.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh,
yeah. As you leave, you hear him say, "Ow, fuck!" As another piece of metal hits the pile. Yeah, that's what you hear. Great, awesome. So, anything else that you want to do?
No, I'll catch up to the rest of the group.
Sweet.
Get away from that death trap.
So, you guys head over to the edge of town, pull your canoes back up, and start heading off to Rokanoka's tree. You guys know the way now. You don't need to keep making nature checks. So, you get there in relative time. You see now the tree has started to be dusted off a little bit. It looks a little bit cleaner on the outside, but is still motionless and exactly where it was. And yeah, it's there. You see it.
Ugh, don't like this place.
Well, it no longer has an evil alligator, it has a friendly alligator.
Yeah, but look at those. He points to the sticks like in the ground with like doll heads on the top of them.
Yeah, they're creepy.
I mean, you've seen me eat a person, so...
Yeah, there's just something about dolls, especially the ones that don't have hair, because that just brings back bad memories.
No, that doll hair tragedy, right?
Yep.
You
Bad
told me
times.
about that sad period.
I forgot about that.
I just like, what the fuck are they talking about? Then I remembered. I'm like, oh god.
Yup.
It was a tragedy. AJ ain't never recovered from the Great Doll Hair Recession.
Some people actually think that Roanoke is the guy who went around stealing all the doll hairs. But... Anyways.
Right, I want to talk to him now.
Yeah, let's go on in.
I'm gonna walk into the tree and say hi to Roanoke.
Okay. Is he leading? Just doesn't even knock, just opens the door. You see Rokanoka, who is currently like fiddling around with some stuff on the table. Just,
Hello. Welcome, friends. What can I do for you?
Hey,
I
Mr.
don't
Rokanoka.
actually know what we're doing here.
The one that wades in waters. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
It is very good. I enjoy this abode.
That's nice. Sorry, I might have gotten some blood on the sheets there.
It is fine. I am used to this. So, how may I help you?
Well, so remember when y'all saved me and I said, "Hey, can you kill me?"
Yes.
So about that, not sure how informed you are of the situation, but I have a friend stuck in my head. But it turns out that it's really complex. Like his mind is in like an alternate reality or something, and anyways, his soul is stuck in this like between life and death or something, or before a gate, or I don't really understand it. And I was wondering if you knew if there was any way for us to get his soul. Like I had this idea where you kill me and like we use like a magic item or something to grab his soul, and then you bring me back to life and his soul could come with me. Or maybe something like that, I don't know.
I do have ideas, yes. My Mimo used to tell me stories about artifacts like this when I was young. But I do not recall them. Please wait here.
When you watch as he walks over off to the other side, where there used to be jars of like eyeballs, and remember there was an eyebrow that had just been cut off and stuck in some liquid in a potion vial. There used to be that on these shelves, and now they have all been cleared off. And you see what looks to be like a reserve of some doll heads, amongst other knickknacks and trinkets, a couple of feathers and scales, and he pulls off what is like a small shriveled head with hair that is black and matted and pulled back into like a long rope that is tied up in several places, and he just pulls it over and pops it down.
This is Mima.
He swivels it around and he begins casting some incantations because I don't want to do anything in the meantime that this is happening.
Wait, I am not, an expert on soul transference, but I think you need a body to put a soul into.
Hi.
Well, yeah, that's why we're here to find out what we need.
Well, where is the body again? It's in the Feywild, right?
Well, I guess I was thinking more like a temporary thing, like we put his soul in something temporarily until we can get the body.
I think, well, it actually depends on Orkanoka. If he has a way to do that without, killing you, because I'm like you.
Well, it'll only be temporary. He just bring me right back.
Oh,
but I don't think you can bring somebody back with you.
When I went to the gate, do I remember having any of my items with me, or was it just me? Spiritually,
it wasn't really an experience that you could interact. You just remember seeing things.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Rokanoka said that he thinks there might be something. I don't see why we wouldn't find out. But I mean, that does bring up a good point. Maybe he could do this talking head thing on the hag and see if she knows how to get to the Feywild.
Right, and we also I have a friend in the echelon that could help us out, maybe.
I don't think we can send you there, Wade. It wasn't physical in any sense. I don't know how to describe it.
And
I don't think that would work.
I think we have to get the body back first. I think that'd be easier, honestly, than pouring a soul from the gate.
And then putting it into something else.
Mr. Rokanoka, do you mind? Can you cast it on the Ghost Gator?
Show me the head.
Who has the
head? I'll pull out the head out of my my chest.
Yeah,
the chest on my back.
And notably, the way that it was, the way that the gator was killed and then beheaded. It is missing the bottom jaw, and he looks at it and says,
"This will not do, I am afraid."
Okay.
But Mima, the one that wades in waters, come here.
Yes. Okay.
and he points to some incense that he set up.
Light.
I'll start lighting it.
When I do this, we will have 5 questions that you may ask. No more.
Do you think your Mima would know how to get to the Feywild?
We can ask.
Okay.
Be prepared.
And you watch as he sits back and assumes a meditative stance and starts muttering something and doing some movements in the air. And as he's doing this, his eyes slowly open, but it is only the outer eyelids. The bottom eyelids are still closed in that weird way that lizards and other animals do. And then all of a sudden, his inner eyelids open, and you watch as the head, which is this shriveled, wrinkly, like mess of a lizard folk head, which is almost like permanently placed in this face of like just not niceness. Just goes from and suddenly stares back at him.
Hello, Mima. So, what should I ask?
Ask if she knows how to get to the Feywild first.
Do you know how to get to the Feywild?
And you watch as the the shrunken head of Rokonoka's grandmother looks back to him and says,
No.
Does she know of any magical items that could get a soul from death, from the gate, or the in between?
Do you know how to get a soul back from the in between using magical items? This is good. What else?
What is it? What's the magical item? Where can we
What
find
is
it?
this magical item?
and you watch as it like almost the eyes seem to blink back, and he responds,
Feather knife. Soul net. Soul gems.
Soul gems.
he turns to
You
you,
read,
wait.
okay, what was everything you said? All I caught was soul gems.
I've
She
got
said-
soul net, soul gems.
She said feather knife, soul net, and soul gems.
Would I recognize what any of those are?
Same.
None of you seem to recall what these mean. You might have heard of soul gems, which is the act of trapping a soul into a rock or a crystal, but they come in all manner of different shapes and sizes and origins.
Okay, well, while they are discussing, I am going to meditate and see if I can get an answer from the Raven Queen on where to find if there are any of her clerics that would be able to help us with any of these items.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll come back to that. Rokonoka turns to you, Wade.
You have 2 questions left.
Mr. Rokonoka, do you know, do you personally know, do we need all those things, you think? Or just one of those things, or?
Would you like me to ask?
Yeah.
I sense hesitation. The one that wades in waters.
I just don't want... Damn it. I don't want to waste no questions.
If you are sure on this question, I will ask.
Yeah, ask that question, please.
Okay. He turns back to the head.
Do we need one or all of these items?
And the head replies,
One.
That's good. Where can we find one of these items?
Where can we find one of these items?
and you watch the head replies,
I don't know.
Splendid.
before it shrivels back into its rotten form.
Well, that was a lot more helpful than I thought.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mima.
Thank you,
Picks up the
Mima.
head, puts it back on the shelf.
Equa, have I heard stories about any druids from my tribe or ones who've come through going to or knowing how to get to the Feywild?
Make a history check.
Well, 19 plus 4, so it's a 23.
When you were learning about how to be a druid, Akiva mentioned that she may have been in the Feywild once.
May have been.
May have been.
I mean, I was in another plane. It may have been. Who knows what it was?
Did you say that in character?
No,
Fuck.
not yet. Hold on, I was writing it down first.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
You wouldn't be happy to be able to send me to the Feywild, would you?
Let me check.
Yeah, wait.
No.
Yeah.
You know I'm a little slow, right? Can't keep up with all of the goings on. During one of my lessons, one of the elders mentioned that they might have been to the Feywild.
Really?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
That's... yeah, but we should go there. We should go see your people.
Good. You might be able to help. Or know how or where.
I was actually just thinking, unrelated, it's not because of something you said out of character. You know how we tried to banish the Ghost Gator?
Right.
Right?
Well, if I'm from the Feywild and somebody banishes me, wouldn't I go back?
Yes, but you wouldn't be able to come back here.
That is one way.
It's a one-way trip.
I have an idea. I am going to send a message to Madeline.
Okay.
And it's going to say, so cast spell and say, Feather Knife, Soul Net, Soul Gem. I need one of these. Also, need to get to Feywild. And just sort of send it. Actually, before I send it, I'll say, this is Isabel at the very end.
Okay.
So it doesn't fucking get all weirded out.
She replies and says, "Never heard of the feather knife? Trying to trap a soul, are we? Not sure about the Feywild. We'll look into it." That's
All
it.
right, so I think Madeline, a friend of mine at the Echelon, she's heard of soul gems or soul nets. I'm not sure. Not a feather knife, and she said that she'd look into the Feywild for us. So that's nice.
Thanks, Izzy. Hey,
Yeah, no problem.
thanks for looking up. I
Right.
might not even
Sorry, I
have to
don't
kill
have-
myself.
Sorry, I don't have one of those fancy things where I can talk to people that are halfway across the country?
No, what you said is helpful too.
Right.
Well, I think that was it. Wasn't there something you guys wanted to come here for, y'all?
I mean, I just like Rokonoko, so it's just good to see him.
Weren't you looking for like something?
No, we've got the contract.
Oh, we got
Apologies.
that. Oh yeah, thank you.
Okay.
About that. We found it. Thank you for looking around, though. Rokonoko.
Did you find any contracts?
I didn't find anything
by
weird.
chance?
Anything interesting?
I am not.
Damn it.
Have you figured out how to make this thing work? This tree?
I am fairly certain that it just stays.
That's a shame.
It is a good place to rebuild my tribe.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. And you, the one that wades in waters.
I'll give him a nod.
I may not even need to kill myself. Wait.
So, Elakian,
Jesus.
you were trying to ask if you had any experience with what?
I was trying to reach out to the Raven Queen to see if any of her followers had access to one or more of those things. The soul knife, soul gem for the feather knife.
Make a religion check.
Not terrible, not great. 17.
You send the message out and nothing responds to it.
So, if there is nothing else, I will be here. I have work to do.
Oh, wait. Did we leave all of the food at
Oh no, I got some of it. I opened my bag. You just see, like the gator jerky and a couple other things in there.
I'll start pulling.
Gator.
What?
Does Rokonoka eat gator?
Yeah, probably.
Cannibalism to him.
They're lizard folk. It's like
I think he
cannibal.
would. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like eating monkeys. We still.
I'll give
there
him.
are some people that eat monkey brains.
For sure, it's definitely a local cuisine.
I'll give him some of the more perishable items. I won't give him the jerky because that can last a little while longer, and I definitely won't give him the gator chip because those.
Thank you,
Are we
Diana.
leaving the head, since how we can't really use it, or are we taking it with us?
Well, we could leave the head in case we ever want to ask Rokonoka to ask it something and then send us a message back or something. I don't know. But
Well, he said that because of the jaw was broken, he couldn't.
Right.
oh right, yeah. That's actually, yeah, we probably shouldn't leave her here just in case she can come back to life or something weird because of the tree. Why did we bring her back here? That was stupid.
For
Because
fun?
you
Man, I'm glad
wanted to
that
ask
didn't
her
work.
questions?
Yeah, I get no, let's take her with us.
Alright. I'll grab her by the hair.
What? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about Mima now. I was like, whoa.
No.
No, I'll grab the hag by the hair.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Rokonoka.
That is fine. I look forward to seeing you again.
If at some point in the distant future we just appear in your house, don't be startled.
Okay.
The bell didn't knock. It's the difference.
Well,
So, yeah.
let's get going now.
Yeah, so
We'll
as
head
we're-
back to Asmund's.
As you guys head out of the tree and start.
When we get outside,
now.
what do you want me to do with this? Do you want me to try and sell it? Do you want me to throw it in the swamp water for the gators?
No, I feel like we should like burn it. You know, I'm afraid it's gonna come back to life if we don't.
I'll set the head on like, I guess, a patch of like dry-ish ground. Alright,
And at the same time Wade casts Firebolt or whatever, I want to cast Sacred Flame.
Just double whammy it.
Just double whammy it with Radiant and Fire damage, because fuck it.
Just explodes.
I did not prepare any damaging spells.
It is lit on fire with this bright white light.
Y'all ever, as we're like walking away, y'all ever notice it's like his accent's like really easy to slip into?
Not really, no.
It's catchy.
You know, when you're around somebody enough, your accent kind of changes a little bit.
It happens.
Start to pick up the mannerisms.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
what's
go
our
talk to
plan?
the convex guy.
Well, so as you guys start making the trek back into town, leaving the smoldering head of the hag and your crocodilian friend behind you, that's where we're going to go ahead and take our break. So you guys have some time to think about it and discuss, and then we'll come back and finish up here in Keijo after the break. In the meantime, everyone in chat, go get food, go get snacks, go and pee. And we'll be back here in 10-20 minutes to continue the story. Yeah, that's it. Bye.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone.
Some good old anime titties. What's up, everybody?
So, where we left off, you guys were coming back into Keijo. Anything that you guys want
My
to do?
camera's off. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you had it off on purpose.
No, I did, but I forgot to turn it on. Back on. Hi, everybody.
On the way back to Keijo, it's good. I'm not trying to be sneaky better or anything. I'm just gonna say, Thyra and Free. I have one quick, I hope it will be easy request before we do leave today, if at all possible. That puzzle box that I found in the hag's house. Could I get both of your help trying to crack it? Thyra, the same thing that you cast on me last night to help try and find stuff in the mansion, and then Free, use your magic bard stuff to help me out with that as well. Because I don't know if it would necessarily help us, but I mean, I don't think it could hurt to see what's in this box.
Sure.
I can help you out. I should be able to. Yes, I can help you out.
Cool. Because it's really bugging me what might be in here. It might be something that can help us with the whole Kev situation, or just in general.
You'll
'Cause I
have
don't
to
feel
do
like-
something for me first.
Okay?
You have to find me fresh cream.
Fresh cream.
Yes. As in milk. Fresh cream.
It shouldn't be too hard. For space.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure
So-
out what she's planning here with her tin and her cream.
Same thing,
Yeah,
but
she needs cold
I
damage
totally
or something.
know.
I'm very concerned and confused. She's been planning this for like a week, guys.
Oh yeah, I've been planning this for a while.
She trying to
We-
make cheese?
I'm gonna get punched.
I know.
Like, it's part of the plan.
So you guys continue your road back into town, and you start to see the visage of Keijo come into your scope. People are starting to get up now, get up and about. You guys have been out for a while. So yeah, what do you guys want to do as your last couple of activities here in Keijo before you leave?
Do I know if there's a general store around anywhere?
From your time in here, there is no general store here in Keijo. There are just little knickknacks and stuff.
Excuse me.
You can find food in places like Sweet Mars and Portis's.
I'm gonna head over to Sweet Ma's to see if they have any fresh cream / milk.
Okay.
As we head back into town.
I'll say, for the purposes of this, because you're not asking for a very difficult thing, Ma does give you some cream. How much are you asking for, Alakian?
Like a decent amount, not like a cup of cream.
Yeah, I'd say like a bottle, if like a glass bottle size. They have it.
Okay, easy enough for you to do. She gives you a glass bottle of cream.
Oh my god, I just figured it out.
Did you?
There you go.
I just figured it out. I think. Oh my god.
So, as you leave Sweet Mars Alakian, and you look over to your left, you do see, and all of you, honestly, if you're there with him, you do see Asmin, Shani, and Loven are talking to the familiarly convex order-clad Brian, the driver.
Fucking Brian, dude.
Brian,
dude.
He's the guy with the magic rock, right?
He was the guy with the magic rock, yes.
Alright. Does he have the magic rock on him currently?
Make a perception check.
Cool. 8.
You do not see the magic rock.
Cool. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to use my body's yours to make my fingers look dexterous, my hands look dexterous, so I get advantage. I'm trying to pick his pocket and get the magic rock. I'm going to just fucking go for it.
Okay, so he sees you all walking up because you're part of a group.
That's fine.
Make a sleight of hand check, Izzy.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Pretty good, and I'm trying to sleight of hand, so that's 19.
19. Let me see my monk.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's part of the order, so that makes sense.
Yep.
He is part of
What the fuck was he? Where did we get him to help?
This Brian's a douche.
We forgot about him. As I come out of Sweet Ma's, I'll hand bottle of cream that I got.
I'll stick it in my chest of preserving, which now has nothing in it but now the milk.
What about the food that we got? Do we have any of the food in there?
No, it was basically gone.
Okay.
So, yes,
You've
Izzy,
seen how Thyra eats, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
as you go and try and slip your hands into his pockets, of which there are not many. He's wearing monk vestiges.
Yeah.
You sort of put your hand out and you feel these long, inky orange tendrils just protrude from underneath of your fingernails. And they start gingerly, ever so gently, like, coming in and out of the pockets. They don't appear to find what you're looking for, but you do make out with a pouch of 8 gold and 4 silver.
Fuck it, that's good enough for me. I'm happy
Any of
about
us,
it.
I don't think any of us actually see this unless we're actively watching, do we?
Nope, no one's passive perception is above. What is it roll?
I'm
didn't
not.
think so.
I'm not the pickpocket. No one's looking out for me.
So he sees you coming and says, "Hello, are we ready to go?"
How much silver you said it was?
4.
Okay.
8 gold, 4 silver.
Yeah. Bitchin'. All right, we're in that man's day.
I have one quick thing before we go. I'm gonna pull the box out of my bag. They're free. You mind?
Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna go get Pout Pout.
Okay. You run in, you grab Pout Pout, and run back out in the familiar little fish box, fish tank.
So we're taking the same cart as Asmin and Loven?
Well, so they are heading
don't
back to
think so.
Krovi.
Correct. So
Does that answer my question?
I was gonna say.
Confused.
So, if you're looking, where are you guys looking to go?
I think to
Having
Thyra's.
officially discussed it?
I think we decided Thyra's family because they might know stuff about Kev.
Yeah,
Kind
we
of
have
what we
also-
decided on.
We have a lead in Recrovia as well with my contacts. So.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you guys.
Do we?
Oh,
Would we have more than one cart to take? Because that's gonna make this question very easy.
There is only one cart.
And it is our cart.
Correct.
It is the cart
Uh,
Thyra bought.
Y'all have...
Then-
Wait, hold on. I thought the cart was sent by the order. Brought it...
Nope, it's
the same...
No, you are correct. Yeah, it's not your cart. Your cart and horses are being held in Recrovia.
No,
we brought our horses.
Our horses.
These
It's
are
our
But
we
we rode
horses.
with
specifically
Brian.
asked to
Oh, I'm
use.
sorry, they're your horses?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
we
our
specifically asked
horses.
to get our stuff to actually get out of the city. That's what we
Okay.
asked for.
Yeah, he had a
So-
magic rock that put an illusion so he could sneak out with it. And he drove.
I think the cart was there, but the horses are ours.
Yeah. Because Thyra was very adamant about bringing Lucky and Picnic.
So in that case, no, it would not just be one cart.
Okay.
Um,
That answers a lot of my questions now. Because I
but
was
you
like...
do not see them here. Because they can't make it into Keijo because it's mush, so...
All right, so headed to Taras or headed to back to the Krovi.
What do you think, Thyra? It's your people?
Well, like I said, Kiva had mentioned to me during one of our lessons that she's been to the Feywilds. They know a lot about aligning the mind, body, and soul. It could be a good place to go.
If I could make a what we could do is that we could take Shawnee and Asmund to the Krovi, check with my thing, and then head to her people's.
Right.
The thing is that if Recrovia is a dead end, then that's weeks lost.
Here's my idea. And, so who gave you this information, Izzy?
My contact at the Echelon. She
So
knows
what
about
if...
cell games.
I'm sure Asmin probably knows your contact, or at least could get in contact since she's part of the Echelon. So we could send
Okay.
Asmin with Shawnee and all that, and they could head to Recrovia, and maybe we tell her to look into that for us.
Good, yeah.
And then we
Yeah,
head
and
to
then it's-
Thyra's people. Two birds,
that
one
way we can
stone.
hit. That way we can hit two things at the same time instead
Yeah.
of backtracking.
Hey,
We don't have
Sounds
to.
good.
I have something to ask you, Thyra. We weren't willing to bring Shawnee with you because she could be tracked. I'm the same, and my contract still exists. Do you want me to come or not? Because this will lead them right to your people.
But you'll be leaving with us. We won't be leaving you behind.
Yes, but that contract specifically said they could find me. And Mr. Gaines said if we don't bring him Shawnee, he's telling them where I am. And if they know I'm here in Keijo and
The
my
difference
name,
between Shawnee is
they can
your
find us.
family.
Also, keep in mind that the contract didn't say it could track you. It said that they
no.
would help track.
Yes, and the cakery is reaching all the way here.
Excellent. Let's fuck them up if they come for you.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to make sure.
You're definitely coming with us.
No, we're not leaving you.
My thing was just leaving her there. Like, having her travel with us there was not the issue. It was leaving her there after
All
we
right.
left.
No
I'd
offense
feel
to Shawnee,
responsible
but
if anything happened if I wasn't there.
and also no offense to Shawnee, but you do have combat capabilities that we've seen.
Alright.
So, if nothing else, you could at least help us if we had to fight off anybody that comes for you.
As long as it's not him.
I'm
That's
pretty
the
sure
case. There's plenty of ways actually take care of that.
Okay.
that way can use counterspell.
We can use counterspell. I've got other ways I can do it as well.
We can just
kill him. We can just kill him if we have to.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure Fire was okay with this.
I'm definitely okay with it.
All right.
I just didn't want to leave that burden of someone we only just met. I consider you a friend, family. We're our own little tribe here. You're welcome.
I didn't want to leave you guys
I am.
either. But I didn't want to be the reason any of you get hurt either.
I think we got that covered on our own.
I'd gladly get hurt for you.
You're stuck with us. Nothing you can do about it now.
All right. I just wanted to make sure.
At this point, you see Brian step in and says, "This is a very touching moment. I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I talk to you?" Pointing at Elakian.
Sure.
Apologies for him. We've been keeping him away from his reading.
Why is he talking about reading?
They're confused as to what the order actually is. So.
Right, okay. So, there has been a discussion about the events that followed in Rokrovi, following your infiltration of the choke. There has been a punishment for you and for your friends. Master Geth was very adamant about that, but you have made friends in the order as well. And they have decided that the best course of action, seeing as it was not just you, it was also your friends who are not order members, is for a temporary suspension on your benefits until you complete training with Hiresh in Vamsund or Unroot. At your disclosure, you can do this at any time that you are both available, and when you complete it, you will be fully restored to where you were. I understand you're not coming with us?
Not for now, no. We have other interests that need to be seen to first.
In that case, and he pulls something out from inside of the sort of lining of his monk vestiges and hands it over. It is a small, specialized piece of parchment that bears the order logo. He hands it over to you and says, "This was instructed to be given to you by Hiresh. I understand that you are a ways away from Okarvik, so if you take this to a monastery, you will be allowed to use their teleportation sigils to go from one monastery to one other one time. You may do this only once, that is all it will allow, but you may use that to go back to Ernroot or Vamsund and finish your training, which would take a number of weeks." Right, that's good. I will be leaving with your friends to go back to Rokrovi. If you need anything after we see the cards.
One thing before you go, do pass along my thanks to Master Hiresh and also Master Geth.
Yeah, it was my understanding that neither of them were happy to be dealing with the repercussions of this. Geth got a worse punishment than you, don't worry. He turns back to the group. Right, are we all ready to go and see the guards and the horses?
One quick thing. I'll again pull out the puzzle box and get a turn towards Free and Thyra. Do you guys mind real quick before we leave?
Sure. I'm not sure what I'm saying right now, but good luck. Pat on the head.
Pats, yes.
I will in similar fashion, but I'll take the feather out of my ear and kind of tickle his nose with it and go Comos Ardo. And I will cast my enhance ability. The intelligence one, I don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Okay. And how much is it for your bardic inspiration?
It's a D8.
I'm gonna do it.
So
It's may and poorly.
you pull out the cube and attempt to focus in on it. Make an intelligence check.
That's 18 plus.
With advantage.
That's with advantage. That's 18 plus the D8 is plus 6, so that's 24 plus 2 for my guidance. That's 26, and then plus my intelligence mod is a 29.
Okay, so you focus in on the cube, and your fingers just start to go, pushing things in, pulling them out, rotating, working with gravity, and you sit here for maybe 5 minutes, sort of zoning out from the world, and when you're done with it, you hear this. That's all.
Does it open?
It does not open.
Do I feel like I made progress on it compared to what I had before?
Things are in different places, that's for sure. It's hard to say with this thing.
You did your best. And we love you for it.
I feel like I made progress. It may just end up taking more than one day to actually get this done. But
Yeah,
I do
it looks
thank
like
you
a
for your help.
difficult puzzle. Is
You hear in your
As-
head, why don't you have a go at that? Give it a shot.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Hey, Lakin, can I see that?
And to Wade.
I bet I can solve this thing.
I'm gonna give Wade moral support.
I'll give it guidance, I guess, just for the hell of it.
Like, you're doing great, Wade.
I literally think I could roll a nat 20 and it would not affect this thing because I would have. I think I have a 19 if I roll a nat 20.
Well, you have guidance for that.
Okay.
You do have guidance, so you can get over 20.
What's it? What's guidance? A 4, right? D4. All right.
D4, yeah.
Mhm.
Do I have anything that I can do that helps me? Let me see before I roll this.
We're not gonna get attacked on the first day of this journey.
The Equa has made that promise, yes.
I'm gonna do the same thing to Wade, but I'm not gonna take the earring off. I'm just gonna get close and just tickle it on his nose, and I'll give him Vox's coming as well, which
How
is
much is
advantage.
Oh, it's advantage. Oh
Advantage.
shit, yeah. Fuck yes.
Give him a part of inspiration.
And yeah, he'll get one too. Be like,
Fuck yes.
come on, darling, show up the
Yes.
Lakey in there.
Pump it all in!
Oh my god, I might stand a chance if I roll a nat 20.
Advantage, plus a D8, plus a D4.
And
Yes.
advantage.
And advantage.
Come on.
Come on, Wade.
Come on,
We're throwing
Wade,
all
go.
of our
Go,
support.
Wade, go.
I rolled a 13, well, a 14 with my modifiers, a 13. Plus 3, plus 3.
16.
19.
19.
Yeah, you look at it and start pushing things in. You're like, oh, this is fun. Then you start moving things around and shaking it, and at the end of it, you're like, huh, whoa, what happened? It's been like 5 minutes, and I have no idea. Everyone's just staring at me, and you hand it back, and it's like, you don't even remember what you did.
I think
Like,
I
it's
did it.
so mentally overwhelming. You just were like, whoa.
Wade, you did it. You did it. I'm proud of you. Good job.
Yeah, so I figured out what it does. It's like a time slip. You go into it and you lose like your time. It's crazy. Wait until y'all experience it. It's like nothing else.
Have you lost time before?
Nah, this is the first time I've lost time. It's weird.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Oh, for a second I thought it was weird abducted by aliens. Like...
Oh, my butt feels weird. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I hand it back to him. I need help here. Is Asmon here or is she somewhere else?
Yeah, everyone's here.
Okay,
Everyone's
cool.
around.
Gotcha. Because before they get on their thing, I want to talk to them.
Everyone
You
show
guys
up.
have to travel together to go to the carts, and then you'll...
Gotcha,
Because
okay.
the carts might come to Keijo.
Gotcha. From
What were
here,
you saying?
I guess I'll just wave bye to Mom and Pa if we're heading out.
Okay.
Is Roval there? Is Roval seeing us off?
So, as you guys begin to leave, Marpa and Bo all come out to say goodbye, as well as Asmon's parents. You do see Roval Izzy just puffing on his pipe.
I salute him.
Yeah, you watch his old bones start creakily getting up. And you almost, from maybe 100 meters or so away, you almost hear the bones. In his old age, as he attempts to do a salute back.
Yeah, because I remember first time I met him, I told him I was a fucking infantryman.
Lying to the old coot.
I liked him. I wanted him to like me.
So, Equa, as we're walking out of town, just because I feel like this would be cinematic as hell if it's actually a thing, I'm gonna cast Eyes of the Grave to see if I see any ghosts or undead kind of seeing Wade off after we all killed the Ghost Cater, who we are assuming killed them.
Okay, Eyes of the Grave is a feat, right?
It's part of my Grave Cleric subclass.
Ooh-ba-doo-ba-doo. Let me just double check and see. I'm looking at it here.
Turns out Free was undead all this time.
Okay, so you pop your Eyes of the Grave, and you do not see the presence of any undead around you. Make a religion check.
Apart from Heath.
He just seems to be hanging around Isabel for some reason.
Yeah.
17.
He's dead. He's no undead. He's been absorbed into the biomass that is chaos.
It's not a physical thing. You aren't sure about it, but you almost feel, as you guys walk out, there is something that is going with you to the outskirts of the town. It's mostly hanging around Wade. There is something lingering around Izzy. You're not quite sure. And a couple of just surrounding things, but it does almost feel like something is wishing you on, in a good way. And then you blink and it's gone. Just a feeling.
This is the Eyes of the Grave. This is undead shit, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
It's a religion check.
I guess while he's doing that, I want to kind of say to Wade, are you gonna ask Asmon about checking into things and your cruelty for us?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, and I look over at Logan. He's married. I whisper that he's married.
To Wade?
That cheating
Yeah,
son of
to
a
Wade.
bitch.
God damn it. How did I know that was coming?
So, you guys begin the trek to where you left your cart. And when you get there, you find that your cart is there along with another one that appears to be stacked full of boxes. and things like that, with 2 new horses beside it. And as you reach it, you see Brian say, "Right, I'm taking the 3 of you back to Rokrofi. The rest of you, it's been an experience. I will see you maybe later."
One last question before you leave.
Yes.
I'm gonna turn towards there. We're heading east, right?
Southeast,
I'll pull out my map and kind of hold it towards Brian. Can you point on this map where the closest monastery would be after we get done with the stuff that we're trying to do here?
For the monastery, it's back in Rokrofi. If you're looking for the closest one, where is your destination?
I'll point on the map.
Yeah, he looks at it for a second. Okay. Well, you could go to the one in Genaria, which is right there. Or if you wanted to go into the Akron coast, you could probably find the one in Zurich, which is right about there. Genaria is probably closer.
Okay. All right.
He goes and sits back up on his cart and just waits for the others to come along.
I would like to talk to Shawnee briefly before she gets on the cart.
Okay.
Yeah, so I approach her. I take her hands in mine and look her in the eyes and say, "Well, you have your life ahead of you now. Don't squander it too much. Have lots of fun now. And if you ever do head up to Unraid, look for a giant turtle named Vaya. Take care of you."
Okay. A giant turtle named Vaya.
She's very nice. Or there's a dwarf named Bertie that sells armors. That I'm sure she should help you out as well. They're friends of mine.
Thank you, Izzy.
Of course. Take care of yourself, now, right?
She gives you a hug too.
Have her back.
And yeah, she regales, turns to the rest of you. "Thank you for everything," and then just turns and skips off to the cart. And you watch.
I'm gonna catch up with her as she's closer to the cart.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna hold out her hand. I'm gonna place something inside of it and close it, and tell her, "Parting is such great sorrow, but we'll see each other again."
She smiles and nods and grabs the top of your hand with her hand and closes whatever is inside of it in, and then takes it and jumps back in the cart. And as she does so, she disappears behind the illusion of the boxes.
It's a platinum piece.
Fair enough. Yeah, Loven goes next, and Loven turns to all of you and just turns and walks away.
Stay safe.
What if find her wife and then have her make you talk? That sounds more threatening. I'm not going to hurt her.
Then Asmin finally turns to the rest of you. So, it was fun, I guess.
It was, yeah. It was blast.
It wasn't fun when you know, got taken and were gonna die or nothing, but
Nah.
yeah. I'm gonna keep looking in the cave, do what I can, and I'll get in touch with Miss Moon, tell her to contact you when she's ready. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll kind of take Asmin to the side, and I'll fill her in. My friend Izzy says that one of her contacts there at the Echelon had some lead on, what was it again, Izzy?
She said that something about capturing souls. I'm sure you talked about it. It was not a lot of wiggle room.
Soul gems, that kind of thing.
I'll ask and I'll look into it too, and I'll see what I can dig up.
And I promise we're gonna get your brother back. I think we're close.
Yeah, just don't, lose yourself again in doing so.
No, of course not. Yeah. I'll. It was good seeing you again.
Yeah, it was good seeing you too, eh? And she
Kinda
like
do this.
awkwardly holds
Yeah,
out her arms.
awkward. Like I hold out my hand to shake her hand, and then I go in for a hug, and then I'm hold up the hand again, and then it's kind of like a handshake hug.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'll be seeing you around, Wade. And then she walks past away to the rest of you. Hey, keep them safe, yeah? Both of them.
Of course.
Hey,
Won't let that happen again.
It's nice meeting you all.
Keep in touch, Asmund.
I will.
Asmund.
Yeah.
I'll see you again. I'll take off my hat and I'll throw it to her. Hold on to that for me.
oh my god.
She picks it up. I need to make you a new one of these. This one's filthy, Wade.
Yeah,
You watch, she puts it on her head instead. And sort of smiles and nods and turns. And
it's way too
hops
big
into
for
the
her.
car. Yeah.
She gonna lose that.
Sits down over her eyes.
And then Brian says, "Right, well, be safe and bye." And they start heading.
Before you go.
As they leave, you
Hey,
see
Rob,
Tana's
that
head
man.
pop through the illusion, and her arm starts going as she waves goodbye.
As they walk away, I'm gonna look at Brian as they disappear, and I'll change up and be like, I robbed that man. I did it. I tried 3 times, and I fucking did it.
Oh, I'm having regrets.
About the hat?
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Oh my
Hey,
god.
Hey,
I'll
Good.
go over and I'll put my
Start
arm
rocking.
around.
I'm sitting in
around
the
him.
back of our cart. I'm rocking.
you have lovely hair. You have very, very handsome hair.
You know, Wade, you're not the only one that's lost something important today.
Hi. Wait, what?
What?
I'll
Nobody
just
else
go, "Sha!"
noticed.
and start the cart.
So
Nobody else noticed Thyra doesn't have her bear cloak on, or was that just me?
Oh, I noticed it, but she didn't have had it for a while. Shawnee's been using it.
So, as you guys set off in your cart, heading towards your next destination through the continent of Emoris, that's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's episode.
Yay!
Woo.
Good job, you guys. The Keijo arc is done.
Fuck.
I feel naked.
Igor, can I do one quick thing just before we end? Because I did it and I think I'll probably forget. It's really quick, and it's just a yes or no answer. I took alchemist supplies as my thing for today, like my proficiency for today. Can I pull out those potions as we are setting off? Those potions that I know are actually potions, and see if I can discern what they are.
Do you have an alchemist set?
No.
Well,
Hey, it was worth a shot. Can't blame a guy for trying.
Sure you can. Fuck you.
So, I mean, you can attempt it next time, but it'll be a high DC.
Okay.
So, you guys, thank you all for coming out today. For coming out for this whole first backstory arc that we started to discover. It's been a fun ride so far, and I'm excited to see what happens next in the story. So, as always, tune in next Monday for next episode of Emoris. And things and stuff. Theros is on break and Fandom is done, so. And also check out After Emoris on Sundays on YouTube, because that's a thing that we have. And yeah, without further ado, that's all I have to say. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming out. Let's keep making stories together, and we'll see you next Monday for the next episode of
I pulled the transmuter card.